Normandy, 1944. Among shattered stone villages and the drifting haze of gunpowder, American infantry faced something more terrifying than German tanks or artillery. Concrete bunkers, thick, cold, and nearly impervious to rifle fire. Inside those dark openings, MG-42 seconds screamed like steel saws cutting through the air. The Germans didn't need to move. They only needed to wait. Multiple American platoons had already been pinned down for hours. Every attempt to advance ended the same way. A few desperate meters gained. A few more casualties left behind. Then, through the smoke, two men stepped forward. Not engineers, not tank crews, but the most feared two-man unit on the battlefield, a U.S. Flamethrower team. The first man carried the M2 Flamethrower, nearly 70 pounds of fuel, valves, and thin steel tanks strapped to his back like a death sentence. The second man provided cover, rifle raised, knowing that a single well-aimed German bullet could turn both of them into a pillar of fire. They moved low, slow, and silent, slipping between craters and fallen beams. The MG-42 spotted them. Its rounds tore through the air, ripping bark from trees, kicking dust into their eyes. But the two men kept going. Everyone knew the truth. One hit to the fuel tank, and they wouldn't die, they would evaporate. Yet step by step, through the killing zone, they pushed forward. A flamethrower isn't just a weapon. It is a psychological hammer. The hiss of compressed gas, the bubbling smell of thickened fuel, the monstrous roar that follows. Even hardened soldiers can feel their hands shake. When the team reached the final stretch, the lead man rose from the dirt. A suicidal act under normal conditions. Shouldered the nozzle and pulled the trigger. A stream of fire more than 80 feet long erupted like a dragon's breath. The flame clung to concrete, crawled across steel, and poured through the bunker's firing slit like molten liquid. Screams erupted immediately. Not commands, not battle cries, but panic, raw and primal. The MG-42 went silent. The bunker door burst open as German soldiers spilled out, hands raised, helmets flying, faces pale with terror. They surrendered faster than any squad American infantry had faced that day. One U.S. officer later wrote, "When the flamethrower came up, the Germans stopped fighting. They just broke." Across Europe and the Pacific, the reports echoed the same message. Where artillery failed, where tanks bogged down, where rifles couldn't break a position, the flamethrower team could. Not because it was the most lethal weapon, but because it was the weapon soldiers feared the most. Bullets could be dodged. Shrapnel could be survived. But flame devoured everything. At Normandy, at Peleliu, in the Ardennes, whenever the U.S. needed to crack open a bunker or root out a fortified nest, the flamethrower team walked into the places others could not. They were not poster heroes, not famous names, not the subjects of textbooks, but they were the men the Nazis dreaded. Two soldiers, one tank of fuel, and a weapon that turned courage into fire, and fear into surrender.